Welcome to the Daily Release. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Christina. It's Wednesday, which means we're halfway through week 1 of Love and Connection. Today we're tackling I have to make everyone happy.
Ooh, people are perking up right now.
Yeah, well, this is a belief that says your job is to manage everyone else's emotional state. You got to keep them calm, keep them comfortable, prevent their disappointment. And if you can just do that perfectly, then you're safe.
Okay, here's the truth. You are not responsible for everyone else's happiness. And trying to be is exhausting your nervous system and erasing your sense of self.
So today we're using the Life Set framework to release that impossible burden, understand why your nervous system took it on, rewire towards healthy responsibility, and restore your energy so you can actually show up as yourself.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jackie, what's happening in the nervous system when someone believes they have to make everyone happy?
Well, from a naturopathic perspective, chronic people-pleasing puts your body in a constant state of hypervigilance. Your adrenal glands are overproducing cortisol because your nervous system is always scanning. Are they okay? Did I upset them? What do they need from me? This exhausts your body's stress response system.
So it's not just emotional, it's physical?
Yeah, exactly. I see this show up as chronic fatigue, digestive issues, muscle tension, headaches, difficulty sleeping. I mean, your body is stuck in a state of mobilization because it's constantly monitoring and managing everyone else's emotions.
Yeah, and neurologically, this pattern often gets wired in childhood. So if you grew up with a parent or a guardian who's emotionally unpredictable, maybe they had some other life circumstances going on.
Right.
Maybe they just couldn't be there. Maybe they were working 3 jobs.
Right.
They might have done the very best they could.
Right.
They might have just had high reactivity.
Right.
So you're developing brain learn, though. My safety depends on their emotional state. If they're upset, I'm in danger.
Exactly. So you became the emotional regulator for the whole house.
Right. And you know what? Regulator is a good way to look at it, but I also look at it as a fuse. If this charge comes through and you're the one to break it, so this way the whole system doesn't blow up.
Right.
You're still the one that's getting the damage.
You're holding the fuse.
You're holding the fuse. You don't need to be the regulator.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Your amygdala, that's your threat detection system, it starts to associate other people's negative emotions with your own survival. So even now as an adult, when someone is upset or disappointed, your body responds to it as if you are in danger.
Even if you don't make the connection that that's what you're feeling or why.
Yeah.
But this is saying no or disappointing someone can feel terrifying.
It does. Because to your nervous system, it's not just they're upset, it's I am not safe.
Right.
And here's the cost. When you're constantly focused outward, scanning and managing everyone else, you lose connection to yourself. You don't know what you need, what you want, or even how you feel anymore.
Right. And that disconnection from self creates its own kind of suffering.
It does. You could end up living for everyone else, and no one's living for you, not even you.
Not even you.
And so I don't mean this in no way when you are part of a family or a group and you're all doing the best you can.
Right.
But this is the unhealthy example.
Right. Sometimes we're just in hard spots or we're in growing spots.
Yeah.
But where we're talking about the people and basically your life becomes making everyone else's life possible.
Yeah.
From a naturopathic lens, I want people to understand that people pleasing isn't really a personality trait. It's a nervous system state, and it has real physiological consequences.
What do you see with people who are in chronic people pleasers?
A lot of depleted adrenal function, first of all. When you're constantly in that hypervigilant state, always anticipating and preventing upset, your body is burning through cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, that leads to adrenal fatigue. You feel tired but wired, exhausted but unable to rest.
Because your body never gets to restore?
Right. And I see compromised digestion because when your nervous system is in threat mode, it shuts down rest and digest functions. People might develop IBS, chronic bloating, food sensitivities. Their bodies aren't able to properly absorb nutrients because they're constantly in fight or flight mode.
Yeah, so that's just something that you see sometimes.
Oh, yeah, that's not the cause of every one of those issues, but that's when people are always in that mode. Yeah. That is something we see in that population.
Okay, so the very act of trying to keep everyone else comfortable is making your own body very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is. And here's what people don't realize. You cannot regulate another adult's nervous system long term. You can co-regulate in moments of distress, and that's healthy. But if someone is chronically dysregulated, that's not your work. That's not work you can do.
Yeah, and so when you keep trying to do not your work,
Yeah.
You're actually preventing them from developing their own capacity.
Well, and it comes down to it's going to be up to them.
Yeah, exactly.
But oftentimes, if people have to deal with the consequences, they will look at themselves.
Yeah.
But once again, you can't do that for someone else.
No, and I also want to understand that not every relationship is safe.
Right.
Not every person is a good person to. Sometimes you are in situations where you need to do what you need to do.
Right.
Perhaps a boss. Perhaps, somebody that is, you know what, it is easier to get through this current situation.
Right. Right.
So,
and in that situation, I would ask to reach out for more support, making sure that you have everything you need to stay healthy in that situation.
Yeah. So people pleasing keeps you small, exhausted, and resentful. I mean, these are things that could happen. To the extreme.
Yeah, that's what we see.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't serve you. And so over time, it does make you feel small because you can't. Well, if every day you can't express yourself, you can't be yourself.
You can't rest.
I mean, you can't. Yeah, you're going to be exhausted and resentful, even if it's subconscious.
Yeah. So let's release this belief. Now, this is a daily release, so this is not for anything that's specific or an event.
Right. And we're not talking people that are in a safety situation.
Yeah.
We're talking about maybe habits we've fallen into that we don't need to do.
Yeah, you're there in a group of friends and people are like, they want hamburgers, but you really would like a Taco Bell. And you don't really, I'll just go along with it. I mean, general. Okay?
Right. Just,
if it's safe right now to do that. And you can check your body and feel that.
Exactly.
So let's do a little bit of discovery. I invite you to either download the workbook that we have on our school, or you can just get a piece of paper and kind of write it out.
Right.
So let's check.
How is this showing up for you?
How is this showing up for you?
Mm-hmm. Are you coming up with something in your mind that just jumped right to the front and says, aha, that's my sister-in-law.
Even though I don't want to ask to go to Taco Bell instead of McDonald's, or even though I would rather go here instead of there, or say this.
Even though I'd like to have the holiday at my house this time.
Yeah.
Instead of the traditional. I mean, there's a lot of things.
There's a lot of range because people pleasing can show up in any situation.
Right. Even though I'm uncomfortable with the talk at work.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to just step away because someone might become unhappy with me.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways that this shows up.
Yeah. So this is why it's just a general daily release. So I'm afraid, even though I'm afraid of disappointing people.
Right.
What do you think?
I like that one. And then you have, and partly it's understanding that other people being uncomfortable is okay. And because we all need to learn to navigate.
Also understand some people have resting unpleasant face. And so they are fine. You're just there like, oh no, they look grumpy. And really their face is just stuck like that because they made that face as a kid.
I told you that when you were a kid, but that's not actually.
My life was a lie.
Not your whole life, just that one part.
I'm kidding. But,
But we don't want an event.
Yeah.
Just your feeling right now of, I have to make everyone happy. Or,
I feel responsible for keeping everything calm. How's that one?
Right. That could be going, I can't let anyone be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I need everyone to be happy.
Ooh.
I mean, there's not, how does this show up for you? And none of them are wrong.
Yeah.
It's just where you're at.
So I invite you to write that down. So even though.
So what are we going to tap on?
Pick
a nice general one.
Even though I feel responsible for keeping everything good.
General
enough because it could be for a one-on-one or
I see it in families.
You see it.
I want all my kids to get along all the time.
Yeah. So it doesn't.
How's that working out?
So
all my children are adults.
So even though
I
feel responsible for keeping everything good.
I feel responsible for keeping everything good.
And then we can end it with, I deeply and completely accept myself. Right here, right now, I'm okay. Right here, right now, I'm safe. I understand how I could feel that way.
How about I understand how I can feel that way?
Okay, I like that
because these make sense.
So write it down, and then I want you to check how that is landing in your body.
Yeah.
If it's 4 or below, you're good to go. If it's a high 4, and you'll know the difference between a 4 and a 4. Yeah. 4 to 6.
With caution, with extra breathing exercises.
If it's 7 or above, I invite you to go to the community, and you can just watch and receive this, or you can skip to the action step.
Yeah, just tap along, but not make it personal to you.
Yeah.
So that way you can still, you're basically tapping into the amygdala. You can still get that benefit.
Okay, so even though I feel responsible
for
keeping everything good.
I
understand why I could feel that way.
How I can feel that way. Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel responsible for keeping everything good.
I understand
how I could feel that way. Even though
even though
I feel responsible
I feel responsible
for keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
I understand
I understand
how I could feel that way.
how I can feel that way.
Top of the head. I feel responsible.
I feel responsible
Keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
I feel responsible
I feel responsible
for keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
I feel responsible
I feel responsible
for keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
I feel responsible
I feel responsible
for keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
I feel responsible
I feel responsible
for keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
I feel responsible
I feel responsible
for keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
I feel responsible
I feel responsible
for keeping everything good.
for keeping everything good.
Okay, I want you to check how that feels with you. And remember, we're demonstrating. So
Mhm.
if you are doing this at home, go ahead and write down the intensity. Is
Right.
it better, the same, or did you get a little higher?
Mm-hmm.
And always, if you run into any kind of situation, reach out to us in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want you to know that when you do this, you're helping your body process stuck emotions that might have been there for a long time.
Right, right.
And so if it took decades for this to come, it might take a little bit more than 10 minutes for it to go away.
Yeah.
And that's why you work with a community, with
That's
people trying to restore their energy.
That's why we call it a daily release.
That's why it's a daily release.
Right.
Because by doing this, you're letting go of what it's not yours to carry.
Right. Or no longer yours
to carry.
And just getting in that habit of nervous system regulation. You touch it every day. You touch it every day in the daily release. And those little steps end up being very large leaps.
Yeah. One small step. So the action step now. Here's what I want you to understand. When you stop people pleasing, you're not being selfish. You're being honest. You're giving people the gift of knowing the real you, not the performing version of you. And that honesty creates a possibility for real connection.
So from a naturopathic perspective, when you stop managing other people's emotions, your body can downregulate.
Mm-hmm.
Your cortisol levels drop, your digestion improves, you sleep better. Your body has been waiting for permission to rest. And that's what restore feels like.
So here's your practice this week using LifeSet. First, release. Notice one situation when you're tempted to people please. Maybe it's saying yes when you mean no. Maybe it's apologizing when you didn't do anything wrong. Notice the impulse. Release the belief that you're responsible for their reactions.
And I'm just going to jump in right there and say, sometimes I just pause, beat, and let it slide by. And it's just like, I give myself a minute. Do I need to react? No. And if I don't, I used this
analogy very recently. I want you to imagine that you were on a trail in the park,
mm-hmm.
and it's fall and the leaves are blowing, and so a leaf comes by. You don't have to pick it up.
No.
You can let the wind. You can let the wind carry it. So when you're in a situation, it might be with someone you know or someone that you don't know, but that that uncertainty feeling comes up. It's not yours to pick up.
Yeah,
you can let the wind carry it away.
Notice it, name it to yourself, mm-hmm. and say, "Well, that's a thing. Yeah. That's not my thing."
That's right. So that's a release, but that's also a rewire.
It is
because you're rewiring your response in the
exactly
situation.
Right. She caught me.
I knew what you were doing.
Okay, and so second this week is to rewire, mm-hmm. and in that situation, just choose differently.
Let the wind carry the leaf away.
Either say no and don't over-explain. Well, I would, but I have an ingrown toe.
We really need your help. Look at me. Oh no, that's not going to work for me. Good luck.
Yeah.
And smile and mean it.
And mean it.
Don't be rude, but unless it's
oh, I'm sorry, that won't work for me.
That won't work for me. You don't even need I'm sorry. Oh, that won't work for me. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. And it's okay for other people to be disappointed. And it's probably their thing to carry.
Yeah.
And if it's not, that's not what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
So you are rewiring the pattern that says other people's comfort is more important than your truth.
That's right.
And we're not talking about selfish truth. I never help anyone. But that truth that you don't have to people please, mm-hmm. that you have your own life and your own path.
So third is restore. Pay attention to what happens in your body when you stop managing everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Does your chest feel lighter? Do your shoulders relax? Does something else ease? That's your nervous system learning it doesn't have to monitor constantly. That's restore in action.
Yeah, you're not meant to carry everyone else's emotional weight. And letting go of that job isn't selfish. It's necessary for your own well-being. And I'm going to throw one last thing
Okay. We're over time, but okay.
I know. Love you, girl. I mean it. Oh, we call it holding space.
Yeah.
When I can just sit with someone and hear them but not have to feel like I have to insert or save. And it's actually a blessing to people because I see them.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
I love that. So thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.